Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is DJSpain Plays, and I am DJSpain, and I'm going to be playing for you. Exciting! This is my first video on the channel. Normally I'm going to try to keep intros short, but, first video. Gotta get this out of the way. I'm going to be playing a bunch of games. Starting off with Hearthstone here, as you can see if you're familiar with the game. We'll dive into some League of Legends, Heroes of the Storm. I got some Darkest Dungeon, City Skylines. I got quite a few games I could get into, but we're gonna start it easy. We're gonna start with a nice easy game here, Hearthstone. It's really fun. For those that don't know, Hearthstone is a free-to-play card game that you can get at Blizzard.com, and it's really fun. It's kind of like, it's just a card game with a lot of rules. If you're familiar with Magic the Gathering or Pokemon card game or Yu-Gi-Oh, or there's tons of card games out there. That aren't your standard poker or whatnot. But yeah, it's fun. Let's get going. Whenever I introduce a new game on the series, or on the channel, when I haven't played it before, I will be doing a little intro video first. We won't go too in-depth. I'm not going to say, like, this is a warlock and he does this, But we'll give some people a little idea. What deck am I going to play? So Hearthstone, you have these different classes. You can build decks of 30 cards. And you just play them against other people. And I'll explain the setup as we go. And let's go with Druid. The Comeback Drew Kid, which I only named it as such because I always do terrible in the early game with Druid, and this deck seems to push me through to the end, which is fun. Now, as far as my collection, I don't have a lot of cards. I have some good cards. Picked up a Dr. Boom finally, but I don't have all the legendaries because I'm mostly free to play. Like I said, this game is completely free. You earn card packs by just playing the game, and there's a couple different modes, and you can have a lot of fun. Just play a few games a day and build your collection, or if you want, you can dump $40 and buy like 80 packs of cards or something like that. And some people do it that way. I prefer the free-to-play route because I'm cheap. I think I've put over the past 9 months, I put maybe $20, so way less than you would in a normal game, which is awesome. And I've been having a lot of fun with it. I'm still playing it. So when you start, you draw cards, 3 or 4, depending on if you go first or second. I'm going second, so I draw 4. And on the top left, you'll see these little blue crystals. I'll explain that in a second here. I don't want to keep this guy waiting. I'm going to ditch this and that. Every turn, you get 1 mana. So turn 1, you start with 1 mana. Mana is these little blue crystals that you'll see start accumulating on the bottom right of my screen, where it says 0 out of 0. I'll highlight that. And basically, when my turn is coming up here, I can play any card that costs 1 mana or less. And you can play as many cards as you want as long as you have the mana for it. So it's very simple. If you're familiar with like Magic the Gathering, you'd have to put down lands every turn, and if you didn't get a land, you're kind of screwed. But here it's nice. It's just fast-paced. It's just go, go, go. I'm not gonna worry about drawing lands, laying them down. So you'll see that when I laid that card down that cost 1 mana, I did, my mana's gone. Next turn it comes back, and I'll get 1 more. Each card you play down is either a creature or a spell. This was a creature, so he went right down on the board. You can see he's there now. And our objective here is to kill our opponent by bringing this number to 0. And we do that in a number of ways. I think I'm going to have some fun here. That guy in top one. So I want to kill him. So you'll see that with that zombie creature there, I hit him in the face every turn. Once a turn, you can attack with your creatures. You can attack them. He now has a creature that he put down. If I wanted to, I could attack that creature. When you attack creatures, they do their damage back, and you'll see each card's got 2 numbers on the bottom. want to do now? I'm gonna do 3 damage to that, and I'll kill it. And I'll kill it. So what you want to do is, you know, the first number is their attack damage. So this thing, when I just attacked, it did -4 because it's got 4 attack. His health is 6, so he can take up to 6 points of damage if another creature or a spell were to attack it. So he is going to use this Keeper of the Grove, I have it too, to deal 2 damage to my Druid, and they don't heal. Some cards heal them, but they don't heal automatically. So you'll see now he's a 4/4 instead of a 4/6. Let's see this. Okay. I mean, yeah, we'll just do that, and then we'll do that, and then I guess we'll do. And I'll explain what I'm doing after I've covered the basics here. But essentially, you play creatures, you play spells. Your ultimate goal is to get rid of this 25 up here. Now I have him down to. You want to get rid of his health while not going down yourself. And I got my turn. Sorry, buddy. I'm gonna say sorry. I apologize. So this guy, because I attacked into that creature that did 2 damage, now he's down to 2 health left because he had 4. And he's gonna do the other 2 right here. Ramo. That's dead. And grab a drink here. Delicious, delicious. Ugh. I mean, I'm just gonna put that guy down just because I don't see him getting a lot of creatures. Each card you play has some special abilities, most of them. Some of them are just standard, you know, damages. But like this guy, if you read the card, he says Battle Cry. And what I like about this game is it teaches you if you forget what something means, you just hover over it and it'll tell you. So Battle Cry means when you play it from your hand, it'll do something. In this case, this Mind Control tech guy, when I played him, if my opponent had 4 or more minions, of which he just has 1 now, just that one little reindeer guy, I would have took one at random. I would have just randomly chosen one of the 4 or more, and just bloop, now it's mine. But of course, he didn't have that many creatures, and I didn't think he ever would, just because of this way this particular game has been going. I'm gonna draw 2 cards.
Job done.
This guy costs 7 mana for 5 attack and 5 health, which isn't that great. Usually you want, you know, the higher the mana cost, you know, as you play more of the game, you'll kind of learn what stats each card should have for its mana to be worth it. But the reason this guy is a little bit lower is you have an ability. Choose one. Draw 2 cards or restore 5 health. And I chose to draw 2 cards. Having cards is good, so I want more cards. I didn't need the health, because I'm still close to 30. You can never go over 30. So that would have been a waste. Okay, so he's got a taunt. What taunt means is I can't attack his face, see? No, gotta attack the minion with taunt. Oh, okay, so I will. Once this minion with taunt's out of the way, and then I'm free to attack him again. But I'm not going to. This minion has 1 health, and I'm going to explain hero powers. Every hero has a special power that you can use once a turn, and it costs 2 mana. In this particular hero, I can actually gain 1 attack every turn to kill whatever I want. So I did 1 damage to that. I took 2 myself, which is fine because that guy had 2 attack. And now let's put down another taunt guy here. So now I have a taunt. So if he wants to attack my face, he's got to go through this guy first. And it says right there on the card, taunt. And on the right there, enemies must attack this minion. First, I think it should say. I don't know. There's kind of a good way, better way to word that, maybe. I don't know. So I'm playing him out, and that was another choose one. Charge, which means whenever you play a creature, it can't attack until the next turn. It's called Summoning Sickness. It's a staple for many card games. Unless it has charge. Charge means that it can attack immediately, and you can see that on the bottom there. Charge, attack immediately. So that's cool. I chose to give it the taunt because it gives it +2 health and taunt. And he didn't have anything on the board I needed to clear, so I want to get some defense set up. So we're facing a very similar deck to ours. Druids are mainly the same. You don't really see a lot of differences in Druid decks. I mean, I might as well kill that. Yeah, and then I'm gonna play this Ancient War. He's a big old dude. And I can either give him +5 attack, or +5 health and taunt. I already have a taunt out. You know what? We're gonna go attack. Normally I do the +5 health and taunt, but I already have a taunt out. And Druids don't have really that many good ways to do 5 damage to a single target. They do, but I don't know. We'll see. He does have a lot of cards. You can have up to 10 cards in your hand. Once you have 10 cards, if you draw more, they actually just kind of burn up, and you feel real bad about it. So you never want to overload your hand. So now he put his in taunt mode. So now it's, instead of mine, which is a 10-5 regular dude. Oh, Big Game Hunter, I didn't even think about that. Big Game Hunter is a card that almost everyone runs, just because, you know, as you get into it, you'll kind of learn. But anyway, I have one too. Battle Cry, so as soon as I play it, destroy a minion with an attack of 7 or more. And I should have seen that coming, because that's in every deck. But now that he killed that, I just drew Misa Boom. That's right. That's right. Oofta, I don't really... I'm gonna do that, and my turn. Dr. Boom, he's in every deck right now. He's just... For 7 mana, there are no other 7 mana cards that are anywhere close to the value you get from Dr. Boom. He's a 7/7, so that does make him a target for big game hunters, but he summons these little boom bats, and they're little 1/1s. Not too strong, but when they die, if he kills one, they're going to shoot out little bombs, and they'll do random damage to any target. You'll see that in a second here, so they're kind of fun. I do have 2 swipes. I think I want to... God, that'd be fun. Kel'Thuzad is super fun. He's a 6/8. At the end of each turn, summon all friendly minions that died this turn, so I could play him down and sacrifice these boombots. And at the end of the turn, the boombots would come back to life. But unfortunately, that's not going to be enough to clear this out. Do I want to double swipe? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to. So swipe does 4 damage to whatever target I choose, and I can target my his hero too. And 1 damage to everything else. So I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna kill it with a boom bat. Oh, that was sweet. Let's see if we can kill it. Oh, amazing. And then I need to get a creature down, so let's do that. Oh, I could have just did the damage to that. I'm a baddie. Like I said, I'm not the best. I don't think I have said that, but it's obvious. I'm not the best. I'm rank 15 now. I haven't played too much in the past couple weeks, but I've gotten up to 5 or 6, maybe is the highest rank I've gotten. I don't play that much. I don't binge play all that often, I guess you could say. Hearthstone, at least. I'll play maybe 4 or 5 matches, and then I'll just kind of move on. What do I want to do here? I think what I'm gonna do... I'm gonna spend 2 mana to get my 1 health and 1 attack. Or 1 armor and 1 attack. Armor is just special. Like, this guy's 18 health and 1 armor. So if I do 2 damage to him, it'll do 1 to this armor and then 1 to this 17. Go to. And that's from the hero power. You get 1 armor every time you use it. I mean, I guess. So Kel'Thuzad, I'm gonna run this in for some free damage, and at the end of the turn, hey, he's back. He doesn't get his power again. But he's gonna swipe. He's gonna double swipe it, isn't it? Yep. That's a bummer. And then what's he gonna do? Is he just gonna hit my face? Yes. Alright. Well, I can kill this now. But before I do that, I'm gonna... Okay, so Wild Growth. Gain an empty mana crystal. You saw me use it earlier. Normally every turn you only gain 1 mana. Druids have special cards where they can gain additional mana. If you use it when you already have full mana, this is something they don't tell you, but you get this special card. You can only have 10 mana in your tray, so hey, have a free card. Sweet. And that was a great card to draw, because now I can deal 3 damage to a minion. And then I can attack him in the face. And I can hit him in the face again. The reason I'm not playing any card, this I want to hold on to until he has a big guy. And every deck is going to run at least one, for the most part. Just the way the game has been playing out. So, holding on to a big game hunter is almost never a bad idea. Unless you're playing against a deck that you know is not going to have any big guys. Okay, so I still have a swipe. I can deal 4 to that and kill it. This will go down to 5 health. Force of Nature. 6 mana. Summon 3 2/2 treants, so just 3 creatures with 2/2 as their stats. With charge, so they can attack right away, and they die at the end of the turn. So that's like 6 damage to go through real quick, and then creatures die. There's a couple other cards in my deck that it works well with, which hopefully I get to show you. I mean, yeah, we're gonna swipe that. 4 damage to that, 1 to the rest. Kills that. I mean, this will do 2 more damage, and then this will do. Yeah. I just threw everything into it. I want to clear his board because I'm waiting for a card that's gonna win me the game. Take a drink of my tea here. Ah, much better. Much better. But yeah, Force of Nature. There's another card that gives all my creatures more attack damage. So you can play this, get your little tree guys, you'll see. And then buff them up, and then bammo in the face. And you can do a lot of damage. It's fun. I just need that other card. I have 10 cards left, so, you know, 10% chance. He just gained health, which is kind of a bummer. And what's fun about this is games can be over in like a matter of a minute. Oh, there it is. But it's turned too late because he gained that health. So let's see. If I summon 3 2/2s, that'll be 2 damage. 2, 4, 6, 8. That'll be 8 damage. Give your characters +2 attack. So an additional 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's 16. I myself will get 2 damage. 17, 18. 19. He's got 22. Oh, that's so annoying. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna get him as low as I can. Normally you want to do plays like this when you can kill them, because it's unexpected. It's like, whoa, what's happening here? Doing all this stuff. But, you know what? I'm just gonna beat him senseless. Got him down to 4. And now these are gonna die. So you can see how fun that combo is. You just play these trees out of nowhere, you buff them up, and then you smash them in the face. And I did... What did I do? He had 22 plus an armor, so I did 19. That's a lot of damage. It's kind of the Druid's thing. That, and you can build other decks where you just have these giant dudes that come out one after the other. Sneed's Old Shredder. That is a legendary. Legendary cards are indicated by the little gem in the middle. It's yellow or orange, I guess. Legendary means you can only have 1 of that card in your deck versus the standard 2 that you can have of all the other decks. And this guy, he has a death rattle. Does something when it dies. So when I kill this Old Shredder, it's going to activate, summon a random legendary minion. So basically another dude pops out. And, you know, it could be an amazing card that wins in the game. It could be a terrible card that does absolutely nothing. But it's fun. That's the interesting thing about Hearthstone is, since it's all digital, there's no physical element of this game at all. You know, it started as a digital game, and it's going to remain that way, is you can have these random effects that are pretty cool. Like you couldn't really do this in a standard card game. Summon a random legendary minion. Oh, I don't know what, have like a 20-sided dice or whatever, and roll that and chart. It wouldn't work. But since it's digital, it just works out. It's awesome. Not to mention it's handy, not having to keep track of your health. And yeah, I wasn't able to push down this guy. He's got this taunt out, and yeah, it's just, I don't know. Whatever, I'm done. I'm gonna concede. So that was Hearthstone. Unfortunately, I lost. It was close. It was close. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's alright. I don't mind losing. Part of it, I mean, you're gonna lose, most of your, not most, but even the pros lose, like, what, 45% of their games, somewhere around there. So I don't mind losing. That was Hearthstone. It's super fun game, super easy to learn. I mean, when you first start this game, if you want to, Blizzard.com, or you can probably just use the internet, Google Hearthstone. It's easy. But yeah, I mean, once you first start the game, it does start you off with a little tutorial, which is awesome. I totally forgot where that is. I think it's in here. You can only do it once, but then there are practice modes as well, where you're like, I just I'm having fun with the game. I beat the tutorial, but I'm not ready to go into the real world and face these decks that people have been fine-tuning forever. You can just do a little practice, which is fairly easy, and you can just kind of, I want to do this deck, and I want to go against whatever class, and then it just starts the game for you. So it's pretty nice, and I should click to play, but. So that's it. This is my first video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll be more entertaining in the future. Since this was my first video, and it was more of kind of a here's what this game's all about. It was a little drier content, I guess, but I'll be more fun. I promise. I promise. This has been DJSpain. Go ahead and leave a like. Subscribe to my channel if you'd be so inclined, and tell a friend. I'm going to be putting out lots of content, and I'm going to be launching this, hitting the ground running, so hopefully you guys will all join me for the ride. I'll have lots of different games, some you might like, some you might not like. Hopefully there's going to be some content on my channel for you as we expand. I've got some ideas for the future of what I want to do, but for now, I'm DJSpain, and I am signing out. Catch you later.